Good morning, all my first grade friends. It's good to see your smiling faces. My name is Mrs. Potts, and I am a certified teacher in the state of Tennessee. Today, we are going to use a math tool called a 10 frame to talk about math. When you see this 10 frame, I bet you think it looks familiar, probably because you've used them in your classroom, or maybe you've seen your teacher or someone use them. But what do you notice when you first look at your 10 frame? Yes, there are 5 boxes on the top and 5 boxes on the bottom to make a total of 10. And you know that if you have all 5 in the top filled, you have 5. And if all of them are filled, you have 10. It's a great tool to use to help us count. Let's get ready to roll. What are you noticing when you look at our 10 frames? Yes, we have 2 10 frames. There's one on the top and one on the bottom. What else are you noticing? Yes, there are dots on both 10 frames. So look at those dots and think about how many you see and how you see them. Yes, Sybil, you're right. There are 7 on the top. How did you know there were 7? You knew that the first row of 5 was filled and you counted on 5, 6, 7. That's a great way. Does anyone else have a way? Ava, you see 6. Where do you see 6, Ava? You see 6 on the bottom. How do you see them? You see 3 on the top and 3 on the bottom. And Ava, you said you counted by 2 to know there were 6. Let's do that together. 2, 4, 6. So here's what we know. We know there are 7 on the top and 6 on the bottom. I have a question. How many more dots would we need on the top 10 frame to make a group of 10? Dennis, we would need 3 more. Yes, let's move 3 from the bottom and move those to the top and see if we can't make a group of 10. 1, 2, 3. Did we make a group of 10? Yes, we did. And making a group of 10 helps us count more efficiently. So let's count to see how many dots we have in all. We have 10, 11, 12, 13. How many dots do we have in all? Yes, we have 13 dots. Let's write a math expression to show that we have 13 dots. We have how many dots on the top? Now we have 10. And how many on the bottom? 3. 10 and 3 make 13. Great job, first graders. Let's do another one. Let's look at our other 10 frames. What are you noticing? You're noticing there are 5 on the top. Tyler, how did you know there were 5 on the top? You counted 2 and 3. You know that makes 5. Yes. What else are you noticing? Sarah, you're noticing that this 10 frame is almost full. How many more dots would we need to put on this 10 frame to make a group of 10? Tyree, 2? Where can we pull those dots? Yes, we can take them from the top and move them to the bottom. And what did we do? We made a group of 10. We used our strategy of making a group of 10 so that now our counting is easier and more efficient. So let's use our counting on strategy and start with 10 to see how many dots we have in all. Ready? 10, 11, 12, 13. How many dots do we have in all? 13. Yes, it's very similar to the problem we just did because on the first problem we had 13 dots as well. Let's write a math expression to show how we made 13 dots. Where would we start? Yes, we can start with 3. 3 dots on the top and 10 on the bottom make 13. Can we write it in another way? Yes, Dallas, we can. We can start with 10. We can say 10 and 3 more equal 13. I love how you're using your making a 10 strategy and your counting on strategy to find out how many dots we have in all. Let's try one more. These 10 frames look interesting. What are you noticing about them? Joshua, you see that there are 4 on the top. How many are on the bottom? Jane? Jane says there are 6 on the bottom. Jane, how did you know that? You counted 4. Did you know there were 4 or did you have to count them? You knew there were 4 because you know one line that's full makes 5 and we had one empty. Okay, so you knew there were 4, 5, 6. So what I hear you saying is there are 4 on the top and 6 on the bottom. Give me a thumbs up if that's your thinking. Yeah, I see lots of thumbs in the air. I have a question. How can we fill up this bottom 10 frame? How many dots would we need in order to do that? What do you think, Tamara? 4? We could take 4 dots from the top and move them to the bottom to complete our 10 frame. Let's try it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, our 10 frame is completely full. How did you know what to do? Okay, 1, you said you know that, let's move these 4 back. You know that 6 and 4 make 10, so that if we moved these 4 down, we would have a group of 10. Great thinking, that's a good way. Did anyone else have the same way as 1? I'm seeing lots of nodding. That's right. Now we have 10. Can we write a math expression about our 10 frames? Sure we can. What number would we use to represent the top 10 frame? 0. There aren't any dots on that 10 frame. And how many on the bottom? 10. Could we write it another way? Yes, we could, Sylvia. We could say 10 plus 0 make 10. That's another way to make a group of 10. We're having so much fun, I don't want to stop. Let's do another one. What are you noticing about these 10 frames? Ashton, you're noticing there are 6 on the top and 6 on the bottom. How did you know there were 6 there, Ashton? Because the top row is full, so that's 5 and 1 more 6. 5 and 1 more 6. That's a great way. Does anyone else have a way? Okay, Autumn, you're noticing that's a double. 6 and 6. And when we know our doubles, it makes it easy to count, right? So let's think about how many more would we need on our top row or our bottom row to make a group of 10. Yes, we would need 4 more. Could we move 4 up there? We could. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops. Okay, how many do we have on the top? 10, and how many are on the bottom? 2. That makes it easy to count, right? So now let's count to see how many we have in all. Let's use our counting on strategy. 10, 11, 12. There are 12 dots in all. You know what we're going to do now. Let's write a math expression. What number could we use first? 10, because 10 is our top 10 frame. Sure. 10 and 2 at the bottom make 12. Could we write it another way? Yes, we could. We could say 2 is on the bottom and 10 more make 12. Are there any other ways? Tim. Okay, Tim wants us to put these 4 back. Okay, Tim, tell us your way. You know that 6 and 6 is a double and that makes 12. So sometimes if we know our doubles and we use what we know, we can get at our answer really quickly as well, just like Tim did. So Tim, let's write a math expression to show your way. 6 And 6 more is 12. So you guys used 2 different strategies today to find out how many dots in all were on our 10 frames. Tim used making a double, using a double, and we also used making a group of 10 to add. Wow, you guys are so great at math. Let's try another one. What are you noticing about these 10 frames? Dominique, you're noticing there are 8 on the top and 2 on the bottom. Dominique, how did you know there were 8 on the top? You counted 5, 6, 7, 8. Dominique, you are right. You know that 8 and 2 more is a group of 10. And yes, we could move these 2 on the bottom to the top to make a group of 10. Great thinking. Did anybody else have Dominique's way of making a group of 10? I see lots of nods out there. Okay, so we know that 8 and 2 more make a group of 10. We'll put these back up. And now we have one whole 10 frame, and we know we have 10. Yes, you're right, Joshua. We could write it as, let's move this back, 2 plus 8 equal 10. You wrote yours that way? Yes, you could do that. But we know either way, we have made a group of 10. I like making groups of 10. It's fun to find and look for ways to do that in our math. Let's see if we can do it another time. We have another group of 10 frames, and what are you noticing about these 10 frames? Cam, the top looks very similar to our last problem. Yes, you see 8. Do I see anybody else that sees 8? Yes, I'm seeing nods. Yes, we see 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. What are we noticing about the bottom 10 frame? Oh, that's right, Alonzo. There are 4 on the bottom. So I have a question. Now that we know there are 8 and 4, do you see a way we could make a group of 10? Thumbs up if you do. Yes, seeing lots of thumbs in the air. Great. Aaron, how could we make a group of 10? How many more dots could we add to the top 10 frame to make a group of 10? That's right. Great job, David. We could add 2 of our dots from the bottom to the top, and now we have a group of 10. Making a group of 10 is easier to add with. Yes, you're right. So now that we've made a group of 10, let's see how many dots we have all together. Let's use our counting on strategy to do that. 10, 11, 12. How many dots do we have in all? 12. Yes, there are 12 dots in all. Can we write a math expression to show 12 dots in all? Yes, let's start with 10. 10 plus 2 on the bottom make 12. And yes, you are right, Jessie. We could say 2 on the bottom plus 10 on the top make 12. Great thinking. What strategies did we use today when we were counting with our 10 frames? Yes, we used making a group of 10. How does making a group of 10 help us? Rondalyn, yes, it helps make counting easier, faster, just more efficient. What other strategy do we use? Yes, Dennis, we use the counting on strategy. So once we made a group of 10, we counted on to find out how many dots in all. So I hope today and every day when you're thinking about math, you can now use these 2 strategies to help you count more efficiently. Make a group of 10 and then count on to find out how many there are in all. I can't wait to meet with you guys again. Have a wonderful day. Bye.
It's story day. You're right. Oh, I'm so excited that we get to read a new book today. So today we are going to read Chicka Chicka 1, 2, 3. Now in Chicka Chicka 1, 2, 3, you're going to hear some numbers. We're going to hear the numbers 1 through 10 several times. So what I'd like you to do is if you hear the number 1, show me one finger that you're listening. If you hear the number 2, hold up 2, and 3 all the way up to 10. Now, if the number's bigger than 10, you don't have more than 10 fingers probably, so you don't have to show me those numbers. But if you can show me the numbers 1 through 10, that would be fantastic. Are we ready for Chicka Chicka 1, 2, 3? Awesome. Here we go. Chicka Chicka 1, 2, 3. 1 told 2, and 2 told 3. I'll race you to the top of the apple tree. Climb said 4 to 5 and 6. Bright little numbers that join the mix. Hurry, yelled 7 to number 8. Slowpoke fella who's always late. Chicka chicka 1, 2, 3. Will there be a place for me? Here comes 9 to the apple tree. Next comes 10 and then 11. Wow, those apples taste like heaven. Chicka chicka 1, 2, 3. Will there be a place for me? Hot pink 12, lucky 13, picking apples red and green. 14, 15, can't you see? They all want to climb the apple tree. Chicka chicka 1, 2, 3. Will there be a place for me? 16's next to make the scene, climbing branches with 17, 18, 19, one more's 20. Numbers, there are plenty. Chicka chicka 1, 2, 3. Will there be a place for me? Curvy 30, flatfoot 40, climbing up to join the party. 50's fine and 60's dandy, 70's hair is long and sandy. Chicka chicka 1, 2, 3. Will there be a place for me? Let's climb more, says treetop 80, higher and higher, up to 90, until at last there's 99 and all the numbers are feeling fine, except for 0, who begins to cry. Chicka chicka 1, 2, 3, will there be a place for me? Oh no, buzzing close, bumblebees. 0 hides behind the tree. Get out of our tree, the bumblebees shout, and all the numbers tumble out. 90, 80, 70 fall, hit the ground in a free-for-all. 60, 50, 40 run, no more climbing, no more fun. 30 next, then sweet little 20, numbers, no longer plenty. 19, 18, my oh my, frightened numbers jump and fly. 17, 16, 15 more, now 14 has hit the floor. And 13 too, unlucky guy, 12 had almost touched the sky. Bent up 11, wait, where's 10? 9, 8, 7, follow then. Twisted 6, and top hat 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a dive. Chicka chicka 1, 2, 3. Now I know the place for me. 0 leaps into the sky. Brave little number. He's not shy. 0 lands on top of the tree, joins with 10. Now 100 you see. Chicka chicka 1, 2, 3. Here's the place that's just for me. All the numbers come back out, higher and higher, as they shout. Chicka chicka 1, 2, 3. 0's hero of the number tree. The end. That was a really good book. Did you hear lots of counting in that book? You did. Did you hear the numbers 1 through 10? You're right. And then we heard counting by tens too, didn't we? We heard 10, 20, 30, 40. That's right. Oh, you heard a 99. That's right. We did talk about the number 99 in the book. So, what do you think we're going to do next? Look at my spotted creatures. Yep, we have jaguars or leopards. We can call them either one today. And we're going to play the game. So who remembers how to play the dot game? That's right. I show you some dots. They stay there for a little bit of time. They disappear. You keep the numbers to how many there are in your head. You keep it in there until I say how many, and you're going to shout it out at me. You're going to tell me, that's right, 3 dots. And then we put the dots back up and we talk about the different ways we could have seen the number of dots on the screen. Are you ready for the dot game today? Your brains are warmed up and we are ready to go. Here we go. Here's our first dot pattern. Hold it in your brain. Hold it tight, tight, tight. All right, how many? Oh, how many? My goodness, I heard so many people say 4. A couple of 5s, but I mostly heard 4. All right, let's put it back up. Let's get our board. And let's talk about how many dots you saw. First, let's count them. All right, here we go. We see 1, 2, 3, 4 dots. There were 4. How are some of the different ways you saw 4? You just knew it was 4? Good. How else? How else might you have seen 4? Oh, I heard 3 and 1. So like a 3 on the dice and then 1 more. Nice job. That's definitely a way we could see 4. Let's see. What's another way that you might have seen 4? Okay, I see that I heard a 2 across the top, and then 2 right here, and 2 makes 4. Nice work. Let's do one more way that you saw those 4 dots. Okay, I hear that one too. Somebody said, well, that looks an awful lot like a 5 on a dice, but one of them's missing. So if I had 5 and 1 went away and I took it off the board, I would have 4 dots. So 5 with 1 less makes 4. Nice thinking. Good job. We are warmed up playing the dot game. Here we go. Let's do another one. Here it comes. Hold it in your head. Hold it, hold it, hold it. All right, how many? How many? I hear 4. I heard a 5. I heard a 6. Are we ready to check? All right, let's see how many dots were on the page. All right, let Miss Virginia draw it. All right, let's count. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and this one way over here makes 5. There are 5 dots on the page. How did you see 5? Oh, the way I just counted them. So I heard lots of people say 4, and 1 more makes 5. That is a way to see 5. What are some other ways that you saw 5? Okay, I heard 2, 2, and 1. Is 2, 2, and 1 a way to get to 5? 2, 4, 5. It sure is. Nice work. What's another way that you saw 5? Okay, let me draw that one. I heard, get where you can see it, these 3 at the top, and then 1 and 1. And 3, 4, 5 gives 5 dots. Fantastic work. All right, you guys are thinking good today. Let's do another one. Here we go. All right, hold it in your hand. Hold it tight, 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 tight. Okay, how many did you see? Oh, how many? All right, let's put it up and check. All right, let me draw it. All right, let's count to check how many dots we saw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, there are 5 dots. What are some of the ways that you saw 5? You know, we've seen that one a lot today. I heard 4 and 1, just like we've been seeing 4 and 1. That is one way to see 5 for sure. What is another way that you saw 5? Okay, I see it. 3 and 2 might be another way that you saw 5. Excellent work. Let's do one more way you saw 5. So we said 4 and 1. We said 3 and 2. What's another way you saw 5? Yep, that's a lot like the last one too. I heard 2, 2, and 1. And 2, 2, and 1 gives 5. Nice job.